Today we're tackling a topic that's as fascinating as it is complex: Gog and Magog. So buckle up as we embark on this journey through ancient prophecies, symbolic interpretations, and modern-day speculations. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into biblical mysteries. The mystery of Gog and Magog. The names Gog and Magog appear in the Bible in a couple of significant places: Ezekiel 38-39 and Revelation 20:7-8. But who or what are they? Are they people, places, or something else entirely? The truth is, their exact identity has been a subject of debate and interpretation for ages. What's clear, however, is that they play a pivotal role in some of the Bible's most dramatic prophecies. Let's start with the book of Ezekiel, chapters 38 and 39. The prophet Ezekiel describes a vision where Gog, of the land of Magog, is a leader who comes from the uttermost parts of the north. This leader assembles a vast coalition of nations to wage war against Israel. According to the prophecy, this formidable force will descend upon the land like a storm, but it won't end well for them. God intervenes dramatically, defeating Gog and his allies in a display of divine power. The fallen enemies are left as food for birds and beasts, and their weapons are burned as fuel. This prophecy has fascinated and puzzled readers for centuries. Some view it as a literal future event where a specific nation or coalition of nations will attack Israel. Others see it as symbolic, representing the ultimate battle between good and evil, or the constant struggle between God's people and their adversaries. Fast forward to the New Testament, and we find Gog and Magog making another appearance in the book of Revelation. In Revelation 27-8, after the 1,000-year reign of Christ, Satan is released from his prison and goes out to deceive the nations, gathering them for battle. The nations are referred to as Gog and Magog, and they march against the beloved city, often interpreted as Jerusalem. Once again, this prophecy speaks of a great conflict, but the result is a final, definitive victory for God. Fire comes down from heaven and consumes the enemies, and Satan is thrown into the lake of fire. This marks the ultimate defeat of evil and the final establishment of God's kingdom. So, who or what are Gog and Magog? Throughout history, these names have been associated with various peoples, places, and events. In Ezekiel's time, Magog was thought to be a region in the far north, possibly corresponding to parts of what are now Russia or Central Asia. Gog, as the leader, has been linked to various historical figures and tribes over the centuries. In more recent times, some interpreters have identified Gog and Magog with specific modern nations or political entities. For example, during the Cold War, some saw Gog as representing the Soviet Union. Others have suggested that it could refer to a coalition of Islamic nations, a future European superpower, or even China. These interpretations often reflect contemporary geopolitical concerns and fears. Not everyone takes a literal approach to these prophecies. Some theologians and scholars see Gog and Magog as symbolic representations of the forces of chaos and evil that oppose God's order. From this perspective, the prophecies in Ezekiel and Revelation are not about specific nations or leaders, but rather describe a cosmic battle between good and evil that spans all of history. This view suggests that the final defeat of Gog and Magog symbolizes the ultimate triumph of God over all forces of darkness and rebellion. A key element in these prophecies is the land of Israel. In both Ezekiel and Revelation, the conflict centers around this small but historically and spiritually significant region. The prophecies suggest that Israel will be the target of a massive attack, but they also affirm that God will intervene to protect and save his people. This focus on Israel has led some to connect these prophecies with modern-day events in the Middle East. The establishment of the State of Israel in 1948 and the ongoing tensions in the region are seen by some as setting the stage for the fulfillment of these ancient predictions. However, it's important to approach these interpretations with caution, as prophecy is often complex and multi-layered. What do these prophecies mean for believers today? Whether taken literally or symbolically, The stories of Gog and Magog remind us of the ongoing spiritual battle in our world. They emphasize the themes of divine justice, the ultimate defeat of evil, and the establishment of God's kingdom. For many Christians, these prophecies also offer hope. They affirm that, despite the turmoil and conflicts in our world, God remains sovereign and His purposes will ultimately prevail. The vision of God's final victory over Gog and Magog serves as a powerful reminder of the Christian hope in the return of Christ and the establishment of a new heaven and a new earth. A mystery unfolding. The question of Gog and Magog is one of the most intriguing and complex mysteries in the Bible. Their mention in both the Old and New Testaments connects these prophecies with themes of cosmic struggle, divine judgment, and ultimate redemption. Whether we see them as literal future events, symbolic narratives, or a mixture of both, Gog and Magog challenge us to consider the nature of evil, the sovereignty of God, and the hope of a final, victorious resolution to the conflicts of history. As we continue to explore these ancient prophecies, let us do so with open minds and hearts, seeking not just to understand, but to be transformed by the truths they reveal. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until next time, may you be blessed with wisdom and insight as you seek to understand the mysteries of the Bible. Remember, if you enjoyed this exploration, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. We have many more fascinating topics to cover, and we want you to be a part of this journey. See you in the next video.